Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share a story with you. It's a simple Zen story, but one that completely shifted my perspective on goals, success, and even happiness itself. I hope it resonates with you as much as it did with me. There was once a young, eager student named Cooji. He was full of ambition and a burning desire to find what he called Zen, that sense of inner peace, enlightenment, and true understanding. He traveled for days, seeking out a renowned Zen master, a wise old man who lived atop a quiet mountain. Finally, after a long journey, Cooji arrived at the master's humble temple. He bowed deeply and said, "Master, I will do anything. Please, tell me, how long will it take for me to find Zen?" The master, who was calmly sipping his tea, looked at the young man's earnest face and replied, 10 years. Cooji was a bit taken aback. 10 years seemed like an eternity. But his determination was strong. He replied, 10 years? Master, that's a long time. But what if I work twice as hard? What if I study day and night, meditate for hours, and follow your every instruction without fail? How long will it take me then? The master paused, took another slow sip of his tea, and looked at Cooji again. In that case, he said, it will take you 20 years. Now Cooji was completely bewildered. 20 years? He couldn't understand. 20 years? But why? I just said I would work harder. Desperate, he made one last plea. Master, I misunderstood. I will dedicate my entire life to this. I will forget everything else. I will eat, sleep, and breathe Zen. I will give up all distractions. I will be your most devoted student. Then how long will it take? The Zen master set down his cup, his eyes calm but firm. He looked straight at Cooji and said, 30 years. Cooji was crushed. He fell to his knees, utterly confused. Master, I don't understand, he said, his voice filled with despair. Every time I promise to try harder, to be more dedicated, you tell me it will take longer. Why? Why does my commitment make the goal further away? The master smiled gently and helped Cooji to his feet. He walked him to the edge of the temple grounds, overlooking a winding, narrow path that led down the mountain. My dear Cooji, the master began, his voice soft. The answer is simple. When you have one eye fixed firmly on the destination, you have only one eye left to guide you on the path. Think about it for a moment. This story is so powerful because it cuts to the core of a trap we all fall into. We set these big, ambitious goals, getting a promotion, losing weight, starting a business, finding a partner, or even achieving some abstract idea of happiness. And that's a good thing. Goals give us direction. But the problem starts when we become so obsessed with the finish line that we forget to actually run the race. The master's wisdom is a beautiful metaphor for life. If you're constantly looking ahead, consumed by the what-ifs and when I get there's, you aren't fully present in the right now. You're not paying attention to the step you are currently taking. Imagine you're climbing a tree to get a delicious piece of fruit at the very top. The fruit is your goal. It's juicy, it's tempting, and it's all you can think about. So you start climbing, but your eyes are glued to that fruit. You're not looking at where you're placing your hands or your feet. You don't feel the solidness of the branch beneath you. You don't notice the rough texture of the bark, which could give you a better grip. What happens next? You're so focused on the reward that you miss a step. You lose your balance. Your foot slips, and suddenly you're falling. You end up on the ground, further away from the fruit than when you started, and maybe even a little hurt. But what if you climbed differently? What if you still knew the fruit was up there, but you focused on the climb itself? You place one hand firmly on a sturdy branch. You test it to make sure it can hold your weight. You'd find a solid spot for your foot. You'd feel the connection between your body and the tree. Each movement would be deliberate, secure, and present. You'd be aware of your breathing, the gentle sway of the tree in the wind, the feeling of getting stronger with each pull. In this scenario, not only are you safer, but you're also enjoying the process. The climb itself becomes a rewarding experience. And before you know it, you've reached the top. You get the fruit, but you've also gained something more. The experience, the strength, and the joy of the journey. The prize wasn't just the fruit. It was the entire climb. This is what the Zen master was trying to teach Cooji. By being obsessed with finding Zen, Cooji was turning it into a distant prize. He wasn't focused on the daily practice of being mindful, of sipping his tea, of sweeping the temple floors, of simply being present. He was so busy trying to get asterisk there, he couldn't see that the path asterisk is asterisk the destination. Zen isn't a thing you find at the end of a 10-year road. It's found in each step you take along that road. How often do we do this in our own lives? We say, I'll be happy when I get that job, but then you get the job, and the happiness is fleeting. Almost immediately, you re-looking at the next goal. I'll be happy when I get a promotion. We tell ourselves, I'll relax once this project is finished. But as soon as it's done, another one begins. We live our lives in a constant state of almost there. We sacrifice our present for a future that is never guaranteed. We miss out on the small joys, the lessons learned from our mistakes, the relationships we build along the way, and the personal growth that happens during the struggle. The real treasure isn't buried at X marks the spot. The treasure is scattered all along the path to get there. The solution isn't to abandon our goals. It's to change our relationship with them. See your goal as a compass, not a destination. Let it give you direction, but focus your energy and attention on the journey. Enjoy the process of learning. Celebrate the small wins. Be patient with yourself when you stumble. Find joy in the effort, in the work, in the simple act of showing up each day. When you do this, something magical happens. The pressure lifts. The anxiety of, am I there yet? Fades away. You start to find meaning and fulfillment not just in the eventual success, but in the person you are becoming along the way. The process itself molds you, teaches you, and strengthens you. That transformation is the real reward. So the next time you feel yourself getting anxious or impatient about reaching a goal, remember Cooji and the wise Zen master. Take a deep breath. Bring one of your eyes back from the horizon and place it firmly on the path in front of you. Look at the very next step you need to take. Take it with your full attention, with your full heart. Because the journey isn't just a means to an end. The journey is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If this story meant something to you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this idea of focusing on the path. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.